Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover things from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So yesterday we had a thriller, right? We had an Olympic thriller of a game, and it was a nail biter. Why was it a nail biter? Because some of you watching were like, well, US was down, so why was it a nail biter? That was the very reason why it was a nail biter to start off with. The fact that USA at one point was down by, 15 or 17 points? That was a shocker, because going into this tournament, they were picked to be the favorite to win the tournament. And I think the majority of us watching thought that USA was going to win this entire thing. So when the game started and I saw it from start to finish, the very first thing I noticed was the fervor and focus that Serbia was playing with. Stephen Curry started off the game, he hit an open mid-range jumper, but then Serbia answered right back. And I think that the fundamental difference in this game with the US versus all of the other opponents is that this particular opponent was able to hit their threes. The US's number one advantage in this entire tournament, it is ability to hit their opponents with a barrage of three-pointers, right? And I've been saying that if there's ever a game where the USA is not hitting threes, they could be beaten. And what we saw yesterday was, it wasn't that the US wasn't hitting threes. It was that the other team was hitting threes. And that's what Serbia did. They kept on hitting three after three after three. I believe they finished that contest with 15 three-pointers made. The USA finished with 16, but the difference was Stephen Curry, who hit 9 three-pointers. And I think that if Stephen Curry doesn't go off in that first half, the USA gets blown out, because he was the only one going. And that's the reason he finished the game. I think he had 27 points in the first half, finished the game with a game-high 36 points. Stephen Curry in the first half was the reason. In the second half, it was then Joel Embiid, and it was then LeBron James and Kevin Durant in that fourth quarter. Those were the guys that were really able to help Team USA secure that victory. And if you watch the game, you can see that the players were showing a lot of emotion because of the stakes, right? Because of the stakes. It was a high stakes game, and players were really, really into it emotionally. So what happened? At the conclusion of that game, you know, various people were talking about it. We were getting various quotes from various people, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and others. Everyone was kind of reacting to what the game was like and what we witnessed out there, right? Because it was a sensational game and a thriller, right? A total classic Olympic bout that we witnessed yesterday. But then something interesting happened. Kevin Durant, who is prone to take to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, to basically go at fans and respond to people, had a very interesting set of tweets yesterday of him basically calling out NBA fans, or I guess American fans of a particular team, for not supporting the American players over their favorite player, who is an international player. And I think that these series of tweets opened up a larger conversation that I'm just absolutely itching to get to. So before we get into these series of tweets and my thoughts about what Kevin Durant said, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Game Time. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. For example, I am super excited about the upcoming MLB games. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to baseball. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, the NBA, concerts, comedy, or other theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into some of the things that Kevin Durant shared yesterday because I thought it was very, 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 very interesting. I want to go first to a fadeaway article here that was basically highlighting some comments that Kevin Durant made. The article starts off with a headline saying Kevin Durant slams USA Nuggets fans for cheering for Serbia and Nikola Jokic instead of Team USA. Kevin Durant has had a lot on his mind on social media after Team USA's phenomenal 95-91 victory over Serbia. Durant called out Nuggets fans in the USA for supporting Serbia in the semifinals matchup for Nikola Jokic, saying players respect Jokic and are in awe of his brilliance, but don't worship him like his fans. He wrote, and we want to put it up for you guys to see. To all you Nuggets fans, nobody gives a F who y'all lames believe is the best player in the league. Players got major respect for Joker. We don't worship him like y'all do, but most are in awe of his brilliance. Trolling you cornballs for rooting against us is a part of the game. Deal with it. So that's the first thing Kevin Durant, That's the first thing Kevin Durant said. Then there was another tweet that went up by a guy named Swiper, and we're going to show it to you. And the tweet read the following. Serbia just took the most talented team in the history of the planet to the wire with the medal on the line. Team USA was a 16-point favorite. The whole country should be proud. And you can see the image. And under that, Kevin Durant wrote, "Where are you from?" Right? And I think KD is saying that to basically say, wait a minute. Are you an American fan posting this, right? Are you an American basketball fan posting this? So what are my thoughts about what KD had to say there? The question is, why are NBA fans rooting for other countries to win these Olympics, or at least American NBA fans? I think that there are a few reasons for this. One of the reasons is I believe that NBA fans are truly sick. Some NBA fans are truly sick of what the NBA has become today. What do I mean by this? If you listen to a lot of NBA fans, a lot of them complain about the fact that the league is soft. They play no defense. There's no passion in the game anymore. And it's all one big gimmick of shooting threes and layups, right? A lot of fans have been complaining about this, and not just fans. Some former players have been complaining about the fact that this NBA is soft. There's no defense. There's no resistance. Now, maybe some people like to watch a game where teams are scoring 140 points with no resistance, but there are a lot of people that are basketball fans that do not. The other reason I think that some American NBA fans are not supporting this particular team is because I think a lot of them simply don't buy into this notion that these are the greatest players that we've ever seen, and they're better than players from the past, and they're more skilled, faster, stronger. A lot of people don't buy into that. A lot of people don't. They don't. So when they're watching these games and they're seeing, for example, a game like USA versus Serbia, and they're seeing Serbia give it to the United States for basically 3.5 quarters, they're watching that game and they're saying to themselves, how can it be that this is the most talented group of NBA players we've ever seen versus a Serbian team that probably only had, 2, maximum 3 NBA players on their roster, giving it to the US like this? How is it possible? So you have people out there that feel that way as well. And the more USA struggles against these teams, it proves that point that, wait a minute, these people in media and all of these guys telling us this current NBA is the best thing since sliced bread, it's not true. So you have fans out there that are not supporting America for that reason. They don't support this modern day NBA. They don't. And you have that as well. You have that as well. For example, here's what I think. I think that you would have, if this was the 92 team, you would have a lot of NBA fans that would be out there supporting them. You would have a lot of NBA fans supporting the 92 team. Why? Because that team, that era of basketball was a totally different thing. Players actually played the game. Players actually valued fans. When you have the best player in that era, in Michael Jordan, basically saying that I got to go out there and lace it up every single night for the kid that may only have one opportunity to see me, and I don't want to go out there and disappoint. NBA fans value that. So they're going to support those players more. So when you have this current team go out there and struggle like it did yesterday, it just serves as proof that, oh, no, that 92 Dream Team would never go through this. Those players would be able to perform at an even higher level. And to me, look, I think the hate that KD's talking about, it comes from these media narratives that are out there saying, oh, man, you know what? This 2024 team could definitely give it to that 92. What do you think is going to happen? As today we have players that are, fans that are, NBA fans that are fans of players like Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and all of that. You also have NBA players that are fans of Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, John Stockton, and all of those other players. They're fans of them too. And they're sitting here watching and like, well, you guys have been disrespecting this team, comparing this to this team. And to me, look, if I'm comparing this 2024 team to the 92 Dream Team, I don't even think it's close. I think that team is the more superior team from top to bottom. And I don't even know how it's an argument. I don't understand people talking about, oh, it's what do you call it? It's a close thing. This team is deeper. How? How is it deeper? Go look at that 92 Dream Team. Look at the players on that roster. Some people will say, well, Bird was, he was 35. How old is Stephen Curry? He's 36 or 35 or 36. How old is Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant must be 34, 35. So when you talk about more, what are we talking about? Jordan was 29. Scottie Pippen was 26. I think Karl Malone was either in his late 20s or early 30s. Charles Barkley was in his 20s as well. Then you have all the other great players, David Robinson and all these other guys that team had. So to me, I think what KD is witnessing is these fans that don't like the way things are going today, rooting for other players. That's what you see. Because there are a lot of NBA fans that are not rocking with this current group. And I give you guys a well-known guy, Rashard McCann. I give you another guy, Brandon Jennings. These guys are always talking about the Euro players and the Euro play. They support. Even after that game, I saw a quick clip from Gil's Arena, and Rashard McCann said, you shouldn't be celebrating. If you didn't win by 10, it's not a win. And Gil was like, and I'm like, what do you mean it's not a win? He's like, because the way y'all was hyping it up, talking about they're going to run through all of them and all of that, a lot of people thought that it was going to run through this tournament and give it, and it wasn't like that. Right? So if Kevin Durant is wondering where it's coming from, that's where it's coming from. A lot of American NBA fans are not feeling this current NBA. And that is where we are. That is the honest truth as I see it. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.